Hey everybody, welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jack and Lady Still Lake Jackson, and it's a Christmas special. This is one of our unscheduled ones. I went over our budget, so that's why this is going to be a bit of a Christmas special. It came very close, but we still went over a little bit. There was just so much stuff in it that we had to pick up, so I apologize, but that's why it makes it a Christmas special. Again, shout out to my buddy Josh McGez and his wife who gave us this recipe. Worked out really well. I didn't do it exactly as they did it, so it's great. Before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube stuff. Ring the bell down in that corner to get notifications when we do these close to Tuesdays or Fridays, or whenever we do these special ones and put those up. That's fine. Also, there's a link down in the doobly-doo for our merch. We very much appreciate it. We're a small business. And let's just get into the cookies. Cookies! You can tell it, cookies. Not really, no. I've been losing weight. Looking good, right? Let's do it.
Alright, not a lot of stuff here. You're going to need 8 teaspoons of butter, which is just one full stick. You can look on the side. You want 4 ounces of the cream cheese. This is 8, so we're just going to half it and just use the 4. You're going to want half a teaspoon of both peppermint and vanilla extract, just the extracts there. 1 egg, nice and eggy. You're going to need some Oreos or some relatively stuff. We're going to smash that up. You want some peppermints or peppermints you've been smashed up. These are left over from whenever we used them before, but I still had a lot of peppermint left over, and some chocolate chips here. These I used the mini ones and some semi-sweets instead of dark chocolate. And you're going to want white cake mix. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, we're going to take all this, mix it together, make cookies. So first things first, you want your butter. You're going to soften this. So what I did is I just cut it down into some relatively small chunks, put it in a microwave safe bowl. And you're going to nuke it for about 15 seconds at a time, okay? Let it start melting. If you do it all at once, it'll boil over, bubble, and just make a mess. So just put it in there for 15 seconds, check it, and another 15 seconds, check it. Now, cream cheese, again, just cut it in half, pull it off with the foil. You might want to soften it by letting it get set out and be room temperature, but I don't worry about that too much. I use my sharp knife, again, shout out to Andy, thank you very much, to kind of scrape off the rest of it and put it in there. Your white cake mix, knife it, got it out to the side. And then pour it right in there, the mix of it. Like, you need a decent sized bowl to mix this in, okay, so be careful. Here's our butter after 45 seconds, 3 stints at 15. Just go ahead and put it in there. Get your handy dandy spatula to scrape that out. Add your 1 egg to this. I don't really know if there's like a time thing. There's our handy dandy spatula, and just scrape the last of that butter out of there. You don't want to lose that. I was worried it's going to be a little dry, especially down here in the climate. See, I probably add a little more butter, but that's fine. Half a teaspoon, as you say, half of your peppermint extract and your vanilla extract. I believe that's vanilla first, and then I'm going to use the peppermint later. Again, I apologize. The focus is just all over the place. It keeps jumping to my hand when I wanted to look at something else, and then looking at something else when I wanted to look at my hand. Go ahead and add 2/3 to 1 cup of your crushed peppermint, and then just a full half cup of your chocolate chips to this. Again, I went with the semi-sweet instead of the dark chocolate. Mostly, I just find the dark chocolate a bit too bitter, but that's up to you. Now, your Oreos or your twist and shout generic ass cookies, whatever, you want to do a full cup of this, but you need to crumble it down, okay? So get you a Ziploc bag, get the ones that are already mashed, crushed, and, that are harder to dunk, and put them in your bag. I've been arguing with bags all day, so excuse the attitude. Put a bunch in here, and then you want to take them and mash them down. Now, it's about 1 good Ziploc baggie is what you want to do here. You can get a rolling pin and roll it and squish it, or you can get a mallet and do it like here. But if you're doing filming in the middle of the night, your neighbors will hate you. So I just picked it up and crushed it with my hands. I do kind of feel bad in the plastic bag doing that, because I feel like I lose some of the filling. They're stuck to the inside of the bag, but it works out for what we're doing. So just crush it up until it's decently small, not dust, but just crumbles. Mix it in there, get you a nice wooden voodoo spoon, and stir until your arms are ready for their workout, man. It takes a while. It took me a good 4 to 6 minutes to get it to where it's in this consistency. That's even with the melted butter and the softened cream cheese, so it takes a little while. So get it in there, get it mixed up. Now, while you're doing that, you want to go ahead and get you a cooking sheet, and then hit it with a little bit of grease if you feel like it. Some people just put it on parchment paper or wax paper. I just don't trust it, so I grease that down a little bit. Preheat my oven for 350. Your dough, once you get it mixed, you want to go ahead and let it sit in the fridge between 5 and 20 minutes, just kind of firm up, easier to make into ball while you're waiting on this. So this was in here for just 5 minutes, so it was relatively quick. So we're going to make it, put in some balls in here. You can use a spoon, but I found that after 5 minutes it was dry enough to where it didn't stick to my hands too much. And sorry, I'm out of camera here, but I was able to kind of mangle it down into decent sized balls of dough and add them on here. And so that's just going to take forever to show it everything, but you put it in there. You can add a lot of these. I kind of figured they would run a little further and kind of touch each other, but they just kind of cook down to where they were, so you could probably double up the number of these. This was only half for one of my cookie sheets, so you could have put more on there. But we're going to go ahead and put them in for 15 minutes at 350, and this is what they look like. They feel a little soft when they come out, but if you let them rest on the sheet, they are cooked, they are done, you are ready to go. These are amazing. They're not quite as white color. These are more chocolatey looking than the ones that my buddy McKay's and his wife Jackie made. Those were very white cake. I think I've added more Oreos to mine. They made it like a darker brown color, but this is amazing. This is really easy. This doesn't make a mess, and it is time consuming with the prep work, but the cooking and stuff is really cool. I've always seen baking as sort of a like witchcraft kind of thing, because it's got to be perfect. This is very much a science. Where cooking, you can kind of fudge stuff left and right. Baking, you got to do it right, or it's not going to work. These worked out really, really well. I get a giant kick out of making the stuff like this that fits real easy, and it, lets you change the recipe a little bit around or whatever. So as long as you keep these in an airtight container or in a fridge or whatever, they should hold up really well. I'm hoping these will hold up for the rest of Christmas or whatever. So yeah. These are really neat. Again, shout out to my friends for giving me the idea for these and the recipe and passing that along. Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas to everybody. I'll catch y'all in the next special if I can get it finished by Christmas Eve.
So there you have it, folks. Super simple cookie recipe. Goes a little over budget, but it makes so many cookies. This worked out really well. It was one of those ones that I was kind of iffy. I didn't know if it was going to work because look at the ingredients list, but it worked out really well, so that's very cool. Let me know if you do it differently. You want to see me do it differently, we can revisit this. I'm willing to try it. I dig it. It's cookies, even though I want to diet stuff, but it's cookies and it's Christmas and it's a special, whatever. Let me know. You can also find us on social media. Let us know over there on Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon, and all those in between Paycheck's Kitchen. You can also find us on Instagram. In between, we had to shorten it down over there. You can find me, Osway Nerdy, on all those, just under Osway Nerdy, including Twitter and over at TikTok, where I'm usually just talking nerd stuff, action figures, miniatures, whatever. But I will see y'all next time. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever makes you happy, and I will see y'all next time.